Morning, everyone. What is up? How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? You got it, James. Thank you for attending. So, give it 1 minute for everyone to hop in here. Data came out. Market's pushing here. Market is pushing. Everything looks very, very solid. Q's up 0.4%. SPY up 0.5%. Everything's looking pretty solid. We got a bunch of setups today. It's Thursday, right? Today's Thursday, yeah, right? Yeah, today's Thursday. Some solid setups available here. First thing I'm going to be watching is QQQ and SPY for 0DT. It's going to give us the best risk to reward. It's going to give us the best opportunity to make the most. Which one do I like better? Let's see. Both look pretty solid. SPY's a little bit stronger. Qs, we have this previous support. We bounced a few times here. Right, we acted as resistance there, support here, resistance there, and we're sitting right at that level pre-market. Let me remove this trend line. Let me remove this box also. All right, so we created these higher lows. I could change the color so it's all fluent. All right, so we had these higher lows, lower highs. We're sitting right at 375.84 in pre-market here. What data came out? It was, if you go into the watch list section of the Discord, you'll see I posted every single week. Right here, right? I mentioned it every single day so far this week. Core retail sales, initial jobless claims, PPI retail sales, 8:30, half hour ago. All right. So all that came out. Let me post this one screenshot here for a second. Just want to show you. Let's see if I can paste it. It's too big to paste. Let's see. There we go. So here's all my recent trades. Right? This was a lotto. And I'm pretty sure, what was this one? SPY 448 put. That was not a lotto. So that was a lotto actually, because I took a smaller position. So I'm pretty much all green, right? So, I only might take, one trade a day, 2 trades max, but it's consistent, right? And sometimes I lose, sometimes I don't. This is my last few trades. You just got to follow the chart, guys. You got to follow the chart. Yesterday we took one trade, or yesterday we took 2 trades, right? I took Google 135 put and Q's 373 put. Solid play, right? I was up like 1,200, and I stopped trading for the day, right? So I traded for, what was it, like a half hour? And I made 1,200, and I'm totally happy with it. So, you just gotta follow the chart. So Q's is pushing up here now, up 0.56%. Looks very, very solid. So we'll keep an eye on that at open. SPY also looks solid. We are filling this little gap that we had here. Previous double bottom, right, was a resistance. Looks very, very solid. Looks like we can push today. See a pretty solid move. Let's see. Nvidia Had these higher lows, lower highs, broke out, pulled back, doing a little bit of a retest right back to that huge main level, right? Resistance, support, 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 acting as support here, right? So it's holding this also diagonal level and it's pushing back up. So if it can break through here, which I'm sure it will, looks like we can run. So we're gonna watch that today too. Tesla looks pretty solid. Lower highs, higher lows. Looks like if we can push up and break through 276.99, it looks like we're going to test 280. Looks very solid, so we'll keep an eye on this today also. Meta looks great, higher time frames again. Higher lows, lower highs. It's flagging again inside, right? Lower high, higher low. Had that double bottom. If it can break through 309.04, it looks very good. It's very, very good. Google's also pushing, right? We're getting very close to this high break here, 138. Right, we had the higher lows, lower highs. Right, you should kind of see I'm saying the same thing over and over and over again, and that's what you need to look for. Right, that's what you need to look for. Let's see what else. Apple looks pretty weak. Right, Apple's only up 0.3% and it's sitting at the lows. Not really going to be interested in this one today. Netflix, just huge sell-off yesterday. No setup there today. Amazon's up 0.3%, so it's sitting at highs. Next big level above is this previous resistance here at 146.57. If that can break, we should see a decent size push. Should see a decent size push. Coin. I was looking at coin too. It's kind of looking, pretty interesting. All right, we kind of have these higher and higher lows in place. Higher low. It started to consolidate a bit. Right, we have this kind of double top here, triple top, whatever you want to call it. And this lower time frame is kind of flagging here a bit. Right, like this. It's not the cleanest of all flags, but it's possible that this could break out and push through the high. So I'll set an alert here, right around 81, right? And I set it there because we have this resistance here, right? Previous support, resistance, support, resistance, resistance. So if that breaks, I would consider coin. So I'll move that up there as well. Can I check Meta 4 hour? Looks like head and shoulders. If anything, it looks like an inverse head and shoulders. Left, head, right. So. Right, this would be left, head, right. Where are we? Amazon we covered. Rivian doesn't really look good anymore. Shop is still holding, right? So we pulled back. It's kind of like a liquidity grab here. We kind of dropped down below again, and it's holding this bottom that we've had here multiple times. Right, this is a pretty solid support here now. And we have these lower highs. So if this can hold, we could potentially break out here, move it up a bit. Microsoft just doesn't look good at all either. No setups there at all. It needs to do something. BABA, nothing either. AMD, I mean, it's kind of pulled back, retest. Looks like it can continue. Well, can't speak. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, it can probably push over this previous high, but I like NVIDIA way better. And that's it. So that's what we'll watch. NVIDIA, Tesla, for continuation there. Coin potentially for continuation. We could maybe watch Meta and Shot, but then SPY and QQQ, of course. It's gonna be my top watch for a break out of here. We could even take, you know, next week, Friday, tomorrow's expiration. You know, these could potentially run pretty big if you're able to hold that long. A liquidity grab is a fake out, pretty much like this candle here. Right, we have a previous resistance, previous support. So people are going to look to buy here. It's going to break below, right? People are going to enter puts and it's going to shoot right back up. It's a liquidity grab, right? Like here also, right? We have a trend line. We have support. It breaks below. People get stopped out, right? Market makers get a lower price and then it shoots right back up. How do you spot it? You can't. You just have to have a plan going into a trade. You have to expect it every single time. It happens a lot, typically when, you know, let's say we're entering calls here, or let's say we're entering calls here on NVIDIA, and QQQ is pushing to the downside, and, you know, a bunch of tech is red. You know, that might signal, you know, a potential liquidity grab if NVIDIA starts to break out, right? Everything else in tech is showing weakness, but NVIDIA is starting to break out, right? That is something I would consider, you know, to watch for. That makes sense. All right. So that's what I'm watching. Quick little pre-market stream. Let me know, Rusty, if that makes sense. Let me know. Coin's up 2% here pre-market. Looks pretty good. The video's up almost 1%, so very strong. Awesome. Awesome. You got it. So appreciate everyone stopping by. I'm going to go and set up the Zoom and let's have a good day. Maybe we can have a bunch of good trades today.